Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Hug Nation's Love Morning. I'm John Halcyon-Stin, and I'm feeling grateful. It's an opportunity for us to share gratitude. So the timing is perfect. So if you've got something in your mind or heart that you're appreciating, whether it be mundane or amazing or massive, I want to hear it. I will tell you that I started a chat with the California Tax Board earlier, and they are now replying to me. So I may have to take a pause and read what they just said so I don't lose my place in line and say something back to them. It says, I talk to rangers on my shirt. That's not what it says. It's I talk to strangers. Well, I do talk to rangers. It works both. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Let me just tell him okie doke that I'm going to do the thing that he just said I have to do. Okay. It's morning time where I am. It could be any time where you are. And if you've got some place to go, you could use a bike or car. And if you keep reminding yourself all the good stuff here, then you could enjoy a cocktail or maybe a beer. Not me, of course, I'm not drinking or doing intoxicants, but I think we can enjoy it with whether or not we have pants. So it's love morning, it's love morning, oh, it's love morning. Welcome, what are you grateful for? I am going to copy paste this thing that they just told me to do. All right. Copy. Okay. Sorry for this pretty significant annoyance, but let me just do it. Oh, it's not letting me do this. You are killing me. Copy. Paste. If you're here, say hello. I want to know. Where are you? And I want to be able to thank you for your patience as I'm dealing with my tax issue. So what happened was I got a bill saying you owe your state taxes plus penalties. And when I looked it up, I paid my taxes. It just apparently when I paid it, I put in 1999 as the year, so it's in like a limbo land. So I'm like, can you just apply that? So, all right. I've been thinking lately about doing, I do a live broadcast, but I was thinking of doing it maybe not live or maybe an additional but making this be a podcast format for people to listen to on their drives and, as a daily basis, a little jolt of gratitude that people could do. I'm not sure if it particularly works in this format because we have so many interactions in chat, and I'm not sure how compelling that would be to listen to at a later date. But just a thought. Man, I got lots to talk about. I went to choir practice last night, and so grateful for my mom picks me up and we go together, and it's such a cool bonding experience with her. And I know quite a few people in the choir from before and from meeting them there, and it's fun to chat with people. It's going to be a really good concert. If you are in either San Diego or Central Coast, like Carmel, the dates of that are October 4th in San Diego. Oh, no, no, sorry, that's wrong. October 14th in San Diego and October 22nd in Carmel. Other dates, because I've just put together a thing I was going to send out to my Substack. First Saturdays is this weekend, and a week from now is First Saturdays. Heart-Centered Men's Gathering that I'm hosting is September 7th. Other big things, I'm going to Portland tonight. I'm leaving in a few hours to go to Portland. Say, what? Didn't you just return from Oregon? Very perspective, very perceptive. It's easy for me to say. Yeah, I'm heading back to Portland for two reasons. One, the hour drive that Lisa and I had to make to the airport because of traffic was like an hour and 45 minutes. So we were scrambling to get out of the house in Mosier to get to the Portland airport. And as we were leaving our car in the garage, Lisa's like, where's my guitar? I'm like, oh. She set it out. I forgot. She forgot. So, and we don't have any plans to be back there for a while, and she needs it in a few weeks. So, we're trying to figure out, should we stay? You know, Lisa had choir practice last night. She had to lead. She's got a client tomorrow. And I'm like, I'll go. I'll fly to Portland for a night. And it's even perfect because 5 of the people that were at the retreat are in a musical performance troupe that Lisa's in too, but she's not going to be there. And they're doing a record release party tonight in Portland. So I'm going to fly up, have a bite to eat with a friend from the Gratitude Circles, Ava, who lives in Portland, and then go straight to a concert and see a bunch of people that I love very, very much. And then crash on a couch, grab a guitar, and fly back. I gotta keep remember to grab the guitar. So I'm grateful that I have the spaciousness in my calendar that I can get on a plane without much planning and do this thing that's a nice gifting act. It's a love ambassador act for my beloved. She had a hard time accepting, you know. She's like, I'll fix it. I'll go up there. I'll make time, you know, in a few weeks. I'm like, let me do this. I want to help. I am seeing no comments, so not sure if that is a restream thing. Why don't I go ahead and visit YouTube and see what happens, see if there's anybody there that's not letting me see, or if people are just a little quiet right now. It's okay. Oh, gotta mute that though. Oh, there are people. It's just not giving me the comments. Damn you, Restream. Good morning, High Noon, and hello, Juan, and hello, Scary Mac. Scary Mac, was I affected by the tsunamis? No. Only that I read it on my social media, but I'm quite far from the coast, and so my family is separated by little mountains from the coast. So and I don't think anybody in San Diego has too much danger, but you never know. High Noon says, I'm grateful for this new day to practice being my authentic self. Sounds like an awesome schedule. Good morning, Tara. Tara, I'm going to see Zan and Patrick and Jocelyn and Brian, and I'm not sure who other people that we know are all playing in Medicine Rising tonight. I'm going to fly up to Oregon. Oh, excellent. Carla, good morning. Carla says, I'm here. Just tuned in to hear your sweet story about helping Lisa retrieve her guitar. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I mean, to be fair, I've been having conversations with Lisa and with myself of like, I'm basically retired, and so I do projects like this that I don't have to do, but things that I enjoy. And often I will spend an afternoon watching Netflix. And Alaska has streaming on the plane for $8. I'm like, much different of my day to spend 2 hours on a plane, go hang out with cool people, get to do a kind deed, which that's my first choice. If I can schedule my day, is there a way I could spend my day and my energy I know would be beneficial, would be a gift, would be a love ambassador act? So I'm like, thank you, Lisa, for the opportunity. Happy to. Tara, I miss you. It's so good to see your face on the little avatar and your energy. What other things did I have on my list of? Oh, it's, I had the video about not going to Burning Man go viral last week, and have 500,000 people watch it. And most of them are burners saying, you go, fuck yeah, we love you, that's awesome, good for you for making it through your dark years and your addiction, and we're celebrating you. And then, because its reach has gone way beyond people who know me and follow me, there's people who will make comments without really understanding the context of me and my life at all. And quite a few just rabble-rouser trolls who comment on, why do we care what the 60-year-old dude thinks? And many things in the gist of calling me an old man, and how sad it is that I, still try to go to Burning Man or whatever. A lot of people said that my young, hot partner should bail on this old man. And I was, laugh it off. And then my mom last night, we had an awesome connection and awesome choir. And as I was helping her get to her car to go home, and she's like, are you in a place that you could hear some not pleasant news? And I was like, yeah. I thought she was going to say somebody that we knew was sick or dying. And she said, well, that group picture that we just took of the family, which included Lisa and my nephews and sister-in-law and brother and my parents. She goes, more than one person has asked if you are my dad's brother. Or in her voice, you are my dad, basically. They with beard and hair, they assumed that I was peers with my 84-year-old dad. And so she was gently nudging me to groom myself in a way that was made me look younger. And I'm like, well, I'm not really trying to look younger. I kind of like embracing a little elder vibe. And besides, I'm going to choose to think of that as a celebration of how young my parents look. She was in a conversation at choir and mentioned, as a woman in her 80s, and the person was like, "What? You're in your 80s?" It's like, my mom is in her 80s. She's got dementia and she's like falling apart. So I am grateful that my mom is in such good health, so vibrant, so alive and warm, and seems to be just growing in her spirit. And I hope that it doesn't get it doesn't affect her too much to see an old man as her son and make her feel even older. High Noon says, grateful for the reminder of seeing close people in your life who are in bands. I saw my buddy Brian last night with Lainey Lou and the Bird Dogs. What a beautiful thing to see and feel. Yeah, I'm excited to I'm not really a live music person. Going to concerts is not my favorite thing. But I do love the people playing, and I have heard a lot of the music that they've been playing. And I went to the recording sessions when they were making this album with Lisa, because Lisa sings in the background a lot of the songs. Not at the concert, someone else is going to sing her parts. But the people who's coming from Hawaii to sing those parts is another woman that I just love. I can't wait to see her. Although, now that I think about it, it's going to be a concert. I'm not going to get a chance to talk to them much. It's going to be awesome. Pierre says, I like the white gray that is coming into my beard as well. I do too. I did not like my beard when it was not white. I still have quite a bit of non-white in it than gray, like this kind of patch here. But I would love for this to be white. And I cannot wait for this to all be white too. Although I am digging the streakiness of white, how there's this white here, and it feels like it gives it so much texture. I love it. I don't mind. And really part of being in a secure attachment with Lisa is that I can remove the lifelong urgency to look hot that was always so important in the quest for hooking up with women. I've got a contractually obligated woman that is in my life. Juan says, I'm grateful for a son that enjoys creating art. I love your love for your son. Scary Max says, I think you look great. You remind me of Wayne Cohn from Flaming Lips. I'll have to maybe do a little side-by-side. Many people pointed out a couple weeks ago that I look like Mo Willems, who's a children's book author, and we're kind of doppelgangers. I was actually thinking this morning, how can I get in touch with that guy? I'd love for him to see the video I made. He's famous, but not crazy famous. He wouldn't get a kick out of seeing that video. Good morning, Sid. Sid says, today I'm grateful for my age, turning 30 this year, and it seems like everything is finally making sense and falling into place. Excited to see where this next decade takes me. Woo, 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 woo. Yeah, 30s that's a good age to be. You're not a punk kid anymore, and you've got the body of your peak. Enjoy. Pierre says, people pay good money to get fades like that. That's the way I'm looking at it. It's priceless. Good morning, Steve. I did not write you back about dropping off clothes because my schedule has been in crazy flux. I arrived home Monday night and have been making some plans of scrambling, and I'm leaving in a couple hours to go back to Portland. So, and then Lisa's got clients here on Thursday and Friday, I think. Or maybe, do I have Friday free? Maybe Friday. Maybe Friday we could meet up. No. Session here. But I can meet you in the driveway. which I could do when I get back tomorrow afternoon. So it could be Thursday in the evening or afternoon, or Friday morning or afternoon. I could meet up if you want to do that. We just have to coordinate so I don't disturb Lisa with her client work. That was a very personal interaction, but a nice reminder that this weekend is First Saturdays, and if you have any interest in joining, please do. Or if you have clothes and you're in San Diego and you'd want to come donate them at any time, that's welcome as well. Looks like I didn't change my text, so it still says I'm back from the retreat, which is true. I just got back Monday night. Anybody else want to share any gratitude before we hug and head out into the days and I finish my packing? Did you notice the hat I was wearing before I took it off? I mean, it used to have a deedly bopper. Oh, it still does. What did it use? Oh, it used to have like strings on these sides things. Oh, I think I put it on wrong. It's this way. But I mean, actually, I think this hat is better now that I don't have pink hair. When I had pink hair, it was like, what's the point? But now it just is silly, which is one of my grand pillars of lifelong spirituality. Sexy, silly, sacred. I'm grateful for this technology. Oh, I'm grateful for a video call I got yesterday from I got a call from Asher, and he was playing with, we used to call it PUD, they call it like ECMEC or something, but it's like cornstarch and water, so it's like a non-Newtonian material where it can be a liquid and a solid, depending on, you're squeezing it. So really fun to hang out with Asher, and then he shared some of his new favorite songs and danced his ass off. It was so great. And I'm also I am so grateful for the way the 2025 Pink Ride at Burning Man is coming together. Months back, I had talked to some people at Pink Heart and said, put it on the schedule. I don't need to be there. We've been doing it 15, 16, 17 years, something like that. So let's just allow it to happen. And, I'll work with people if anyone was willing to be like a help organize it. And Pink Heart's got so many other projects going on, and it was hard to find somebody who was willing to add that to their list. And so I was starting to feel like it's going to happen, but it's going to be like a trickle of energy. Just people show up and be like, gosh, what is it? Is this happening? And so yesterday I reached out to Mingle and Kiri and Sean, who Mingle and Kiri are here often in these broadcasts. And the three of them are regulars in our Zoom gratitude circles that have been going on since COVID started. So we have shared a lot in terms of gratitude sharing. And I asked if they would be willing to take it on and, lead a gratitude circle and then have Mingle give a little talk. Mingle is amazing. She is a pastor. She is like the kind of religious leader that gives me so much hope and faith. Her heart is incredible. Her wit is incredible. She so gets the Pink Ride and Hug Nation, as does Kiri and Sean. So the fact that they are going to co-lead the Pink Ride, the gathering and the ride itself, I am so happy. I now know that Pink Heart does not require me to shine brightly and gift to Black Rock City. And now I have total confidence the Pink Ride doesn't need me either. that that it's a living thing that is now being stewarded by incredible people. And just like with Pink Heart, where some of my original ideas and visions, once I kind of got everyone to understand what the goal and the intention and the energy was all about with Pink Heart, then people added to it and steered it in different directions and brought stuff and did stuff so that it became something so much bigger and better. And I told Mingle, Sean, and Kiri, like, hey, I trust you. You get it. I trust you. It's going to be awesome. I feel great about it. So I'm so grateful for that turn of events where a part of me was feeling like I was letting people down and saying, yeah, it's going to happen anyways. And now I feel like I'm absolutely not letting people down. I am excited about the evolution. Yay! Pink Ride! Thursday noon, meeting at Pink Heart at 9 o'clock Esplanade. Heinen says, you have built something that could live or can thrive outside yourself. I mean, and I didn't build it. We built it. I mean, the Pink Ride is actually mine, I think. But like Pink Heart, it's so cool. Like riding up to Pink Heart last year on Esplanade and seeing it in its glory and knowing that I had zero part in its construction this year. Now, I'm infused in the DNA of it, but it's like seeing your kid as valedictorian or go off to college and then get their dream job out in the world. And you're like, wow, they did it. There was a pillow in my grandparents' cabin that said, there are two things you can give your children. One is roots and the other is wings. And I feel really good about the wings of Pink Heart and the Pink Ride. Okay, well, I am so appreciating this practice, this gathering, you. And I would love it if you would join me in a little closing hug. So wherever you are, give yourself a squeeze, appreciating your body, appreciating your health, appreciating the process of healing. If you are not feeling healthy right now, there's still so much that is working towards more vitality. Grateful for the people in our lives, grateful for the connections and our inspirations and sharing inspirations and putting our energy to build things that potentially can spread and grow and evolve. And may we let go of what we think the future should be and trust that if we put our good energy into the world, it will blossom into beautiful things. Let's take a deep breath in and squeeze one another. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you, thanks for being here for our Love Morning. Juan says, you're the Johnny Appleseed of Burning Man. I'll take that. Johnny Appleseed is famous for selling apple seedlings. Do you know why? 2 reasons. One, when you're homesteading, if you had a certain number of trees that you planted, that counted as you have now claimed that land and you're tilling it, you're farming it, you can own it. And the reason it's apples is because it can be made into booze. And no apple is identical to its parent seed. So you could plant apple seeds. He basically sold seedlings, is my understanding. But you can plant apple seeds and it will grow, and the fruit that comes off could be super bitter. In fact, the majority of just random apple trees, the fruit is, you wouldn't want to eat it, but it still has sugar in it, which can then be fermented and made into alcohol. The more you know. That lesson is from Michael Pollan's Botany of Desire, which is a fantastic book. Good morning, Janet. Janet says, I'm grateful for an excellent long visit with a dear friend yesterday. Talk about treasures. And in case you missed this, well, I do love Rangers. This shirt actually says, I talk to strangers. Which you are not. I love you. Enjoy the day. So tomorrow I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be on my way to the airport to come back home at this time tomorrow. Wacky wild. I'm grateful that we live in a world where we have the technology for me to make a 16-hour trip to Portland. I love you. Bye-bye.